Hall had came up and seen me play here in Memphis at some of the clubs, and they'd wanted me to come down, and he was flying me down to record it at Fame about 3 years before I moved down there. And he would fly me down on little Southern Airlines plane here, and before I moved down there, I played on a lot of the records that I didn't get credit for the simple reason his secretary told me that Memphis was competition to him, so they couldn't put my name on the record. But when I moved down, I started to get my name on it. But I did 3 or 4 of them before I moved down there. I played the guitar on Fancy, Bobby Gentry. Matter of fact, I played her little guitar on it, and Apaches, Clarence Carter, and a lot of the Wilson Pickett, Aretha Franklin, Solomon Burke, Etta James. And then I moved down, and we were doing like everybody. I mean, one week we'd have the Osmond brothers in there. We played on the One Bad Apple, and all, playing on everything. The Osmond brothers and Marie Osmond, and Paul Anka, You're Having My Baby. Mac Davis, Don't Get Hooked on Me, which he still owes us a Cadillac for that. He told us if we do him a #1 record, he'd buy us all a Cadillac, but we never saw it. But just at the time, Rick Hall was like the #1 producer, and he was doing people from all over. Tom Jones, the Righteous Brothers. I'm probably one of the few guitar players that got to play with the Righteous Brothers when they split up. They split up Capitol Records, sent them down to Muscle Shoals to Fame individually to do an album. So I did an album with Bobby Hatfield, and then a little later on I did an album with Bill Medley. And then when I started with Little Richard, we did a show in Maui, and they opened the show, and so I got to be with them as a team, and we got to talk about the Fame stuff when they came down individually. So it's pretty neat. I can tell you a world of stories about different ones that I've recorded with. Dwayne Allman was there. As a matter of fact, Dwayne, on the Wilson Pickett, one of the Wilson Pickett albums, he played on Hey Jude, and I played on, Pickett did a Hendrix version of Hey Joe, but I played on the Hey Joe thing. Yeah, Wilson Pickett, he's kind of a wild man, but I can remember one story. There was a little compact store next to the studio, and we'd always go over there, parched peanuts. So we would go over there before a session, get us a bag of parched peanuts. We were in there the first Wilson Pickett session, and I seen him looking over at me and Junior Lowe, the other guitar player, and I seen him say something to Rick Hall. Rick came on, he said, "Guys, Wilson don't want y'all eating peanuts in here." And I said, "What's the matter?" He said, he thinks it's bad luck. We said, "All right, we'll get rid of the peanuts." But it was just strange things. Another story, Lou Rawls came down, and we had been told from Capitol Records, they said, "Look, this guy he's hard to work with." He said, he's really hard to work with. You gotta just handle him with kids and gloves." So I could always get along with the artists, and I could communicate with them. So Rick told me, he said, "I'm gonna turn it over to you, just see how it goes, So Lou Rawls came in, so we all met him, and I introduced myself, and I told him, I said, what do you want to do?" And he said, "I'm wanting to do a tribute album to Sam Cooke." And I said, "I love Sam Cooke." And so he opens up this briefcase, he starts pulling out all this sheet music, and I said, "Are you wanting us to play this here, or did you come down here to get this sound that we're getting, Muscle Shoals sound?" He said, "Oh, I want that sound, that's why I'm down here." And I said, "Well, not wanting to hurt your feelings," I said, "but we don't read music. We play from the heart, and we have a thing we call a number charts that we make up to play by." And I said, he said, "That's the way I want to do it." So we did the thing. First thing we did was Sam Cooke thing, Bring It On Home to Me. And we just sat up there. I started a thing like, "If you ever change your mind about leaving me behind, whoa, baby, bring it to me. Bring your sweet loving, bring it on home to me. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah." And he flipped out. he flipped out. It just went crazy. And he was the easiest guy in the world to work with. And he went out to Vegas, and I had some friends that went out, and he integrated me into his show. He was telling me about it. He said, "This little funky white guitar player, man," he said, he kind of went through the whole thing, you know. Made me feel good.